What are some big changes happening to the downtown section of Bentonville? Great question. This might sound trivial, but work with me here for a little bit. But there's actually going to be basement parking for the Compton Hotel in one of the old buildings in Bentonville. So there's some historical buildings on the north side of the square. Historical meaning like they were built, 1980s or earlier, and then some buildings behind that that were a bit older. They're basically tearing those down, and that's arguably whether good or bad, it's going to happen regardless. So moving on. But they're actually building a Arvis Bank was in there and a couple other businesses. Those have been gone, but also Walton's own Arvis, so who cares? But regardless, they are building a basement parking. Now, the reason I mention this is because any sort of digging in Arkansas is like a huge expense. There's a lot of rock here, to say the least. So going down is always very, very expensive. So they're building basement parking, but they are going to rebuild that whole section right there. More shops, more things to do. Arvis Bank is going back there, but it's going to be more of a modern looking building with some condos and townhouses, of course. I don't know how far they're actually going to go back in behind there, but I imagine that they own most of the actual, like the whole, like we'll say square behind them. So I'm guessing they're going to redo a lot of those buildings or tear them down and rebuild something that's more suitable for downtown Bentonville. Regardless of all those things, it's going to kind of establish more historical character, be more pedestrian friendly, yada, yada, yada. But that's going to be a big win there is that downtown basement parking and that building that's going to be above it, that's going to be kind of more business centric than necessarily pedestrian. But again, they're going to have different shops there for people, but it's really going to be more geared for business just because that was what was there before, if I'm being honest.